Welcome to JLR Birthing Clinic Management System.
Good day everyone, my name is Regiemar and I am the project manager of our group. As a project manager, I am responsible for the successful initiation, planning, design, execution, monitoring, controlling, and closure of a project.
My name is Maribel Sapugay. My role is developer. I am in charge of the front end and back end of the system in JLR Birthing Clinic. As a developer, you need to have a positive attitude, patience, and time management.
I am Garri Mikhail Aguirre and my role in our Capstone project is an analyst. An analyst implements computer system requirements by defining and analyzing system problems, designing and testing standards and solutions.
I am Kimberly Llaga, and my role in our Capstone project is researcher. Researchers have responsibility to communicate the research and to collaborate with others where appropriate and to transfer and exploit knowledge for the benefit of our Capstone project.
Hi, I'm Anysa. My role in our Capstone project is a documenter. I am the one who created our documentation for our system, and as a documenter, it is really important so that we have basis to promote our system.
Good day everyone, I am Anysa Jaducana. I am the one who presents our video presentation for our Capstone project, which is JLR Birthing Clinic Management System. JLR Birthing Clinic Management System. We come up with this kind of title because we think that this is one of the few good titles and relate to the business name of our client. So this is our objectives, one of the most important part of the project to solve the problem of the client. Because of this, it helps us to understand the flow of the system, which is to serve as one of our bases in making the system. We constructed these objectives by the help of our chairperson, Mr. Ian J. Padios, panel member, Ms. Laarne Cantero, and Ms. Mariane Reportera, and most especially with our advisor, Ma'am Reir, Erlinda, Cutad. Their knowledge is one of the most kind and the biggest help creating this project. Based on the conducted interview and observation in the said establishment that the following problems were encountered: patient recording is taken manually, time-consuming of finding the recording patient record, difficult in reminding patients on their schedule, and delay of compiling reports due to manual procedure, such as list of patients, delivery information. In order to solve the given problem, this is our attainable solution. So, number 1, recording patient details such as personal details, prenatal checkup, admission, history of pregnancy and physical examination, laboratory result, newborn physical examination, child immunization, and family planning. Number 2, mobile application will provide relevant information for the following: pregnancy stages, breastfeeding, and bottle feeding information, schedule for prenatal, child immunization schedule. Number 3, generate summary of monthly reports such as delivery record, list of newborn, child immunization record, family planning method. So, scope and limitation of the project. The JLR Birthing Clinic Management System is a web-based and mobile application that focuses on profiling, recording of transaction, scheduling of patients, and giving information regarding pregnancy. The system will able to record personal details and can add prenatal checkup including monthly visit of patients, followed by the laboratory result. After completing the prenatal session, the patient should wait until her admission, but prior to her admission, the midwife should take down the history of pregnancy and physical examination of patient. After giving birth, the baby will undergo physical examination and will be given a vaccine such as BCG, eye ointment, and vitamin T. The patient should undergo the seminar about family planning, and that's the time that the midwife will provide the contraceptive they want to use. Moreover, the mobile application will give relevant information about pregnancy stages, breastfeeding, and bottle feeding information, schedule for prenatal, for next visit, and child immunization. The system also can generate the summary of monthly reports of delivery, record, list of newborn, family planning methods, and child immunization. The end user of the system is only the midwife and patient for the mobile application. The system is limited only for pregnant women, and another health problem is not included in the system. Any complication and condition concerning the patient and child after labor will not included in the system. The system can accept the cesarean patient for prenatal but not included in the report. Also, the payroll system, billing system, and medicine inventory are not included in the system.
I am Garri Mikhail Aguirre, and I am going to discuss the methodology. In this phase, it explains the method used in the development of the project and also the techniques and strategies that we use in developing the project. Let's start with planning. This time we conducted the environmental scanning, proposed project, proved documentation, begin observation in JLR birthing clinic. In analysis, this is the time we conduct initial descriptive analysis, such as brainstorming, discuss the flow of the system, formulate objectives, and identify the scope and limitation. In design phase, this is the time we discuss the functionalities, determine the logical design, CFD, DFD, and ERD, and decision making about the technologies to be used. In coding phase, we use Laragon because it is easy to use for local development. And we use Vue.js for our front-end development and PHP with Laravel framework for our back-end. Before we deploy our system, we secure first by testing that there is no possible error the client will encounter. Now, in the implementation phase, the system was deployed in the clinic for the first week. They encountered some error in prenatal form, like the input data remained after clicking a submit button, and there is unnecessary drop-down list that needs to be removed. After receiving that complaint, we immediately respond and fix the error. And the next week, the time of ECQ, we didn't visit the clinic, but we continue contact them through chat and ask if there is still errors found in the system, and they reply that there is no more error found. We conduct also an evaluation to gather some comments or feedbacks on the system for the maintenance. This is the DFD of the system. As you can see, we have three entities: the patient, midwife, and the head midwife. Referring to the business process of the clinic, the system flow start in adding the patient. Number 1, 1.0 add update patient record. 2.0 add patient laboratory result. Number 3.0 add update prenatal schedule. 4.0 generate username and password. 5.0 generate immunization schedule. And lastly, 6.0 generate monthly report. Use case diagram. The patient will fill up the forms, which is the prenatal form, admission form, physical examination form, child immunization form, and family planning form. The patient also set up prenatal schedule, check laboratory result, receive mobile username and password, and lastly receive mobile schedule, which is the prenatal schedule and child immunization schedule. The midwife also fill up forms, set up prenatal schedule, check laboratory result, receive mobile and username password, and generate reports such as delivery record, list of newborn, child immunization, and family planning, same as the head midwife. The technologies and tools used. We use Visual Studio Code interface, Laragon interface, and lastly, Adobe Photoshop Workspace. System implementation. For us to implement the system, we had given 4 weeks to do so. Upon implementation, we had a brief orientation by the user in the JLR birthing clinic so that they had an idea on how to use the system. The developers listed some of the errors encountered in the system on the first week. The first error encountered in the system is the drop-down referred by in the prenatal form. The referred by is referring to the person who referred the patient in the clinic and not the list of staff. The second error found is after clicking the submit button in the prenatal form, the input data will not be cleared, resulting to double save. To resolve the problem encountered, the developer of the system updated the code for the prenatal form, such as replace the unnecessary drop-down with text field and modify the function to clear the input data after clicking submit button. And on the succeeding week, the implementation, there is no bugs and errors in the system, but we keep reminding them, the user in the clinic, if they have some concern that they should not hesitate to consult us for the improvement of the system. Main result. The JLR Birthing Clinic Management System rating came up from the tabulated result of the evaluation and development team tallied the score appropriately. As an overall result, the overall computed mean is 4.72, which proves that the objectives of the project are fully attained and accomplished by the developers.
Conclusion and recommendation. This chapter presents the conclusion and recommendation after the interpretation and analysis of data of the Capstone project, JLR Birthing Clinic Management System. Conclusion. The respondents were able to test the content, functionality, and the efficiency of the system. Grounded with the responses of the evaluation sheet, developers conclude that the system entitled JLR Birthing Clinic Management System has met all the requirements of the system's objectives based on the result of the evaluation. Developers' recommendation. Based on the outcome of the system evaluation sheet, through different respondents, the end user have formulated that the Capstone project JLR Birthing Clinic Management System should be highly recommended for implementation. The developers would also like to recommend that 1. The clinic should provide faster broadband technology with accessing the system during proper implementation. Number 2. The future developers should make it possible to develop also an iOS version of the mobile application. Number 3. The future developers should create the system that allows admin to send SMS to their patient through the use of mobile application when monitoring the health of their patient, especially pregnant women. Number 4. The future developers should be able to create mobile application that allows patient in making an appointment to the clinic through mobile application. Deployment experience. During the deployment phase, our goal as developer is to demonstrate to our client on how to use the system that we develop, and that includes that all process required for preparing a software application to run and operate in a specific environment. It involves installation, configuration, testing, and making changes to optimize the performance of the software. As a developer, we need to explain to our client the features and functionalities of the system. That is why during our deployment, we undergo through hands-on training to our client in usage of the system. At the first try, our client is still familiarizing the full features of the system, although it takes a lot of time in teaching them, but it was fun and exciting. With that experience, we built cooperation and camaraderie, both the client and the developer, throughout the journey of our deployment. The system entitled JLR Birthing Clinic Management System was deployed to the JLR Birthing Clinic located at New Visayas, Panabo City, Davao del Norte.
Welcome to JLR Birthing Clinic Management System. First, we need to log in the username and the password. After successfully logging in, so this is our dashboard. The user shows on the upper right side of the system. In order to log in our system, we need to register in our user management. So this is the list of the users. And this is the list of the patient information. If there is a new patient, so we need to fill out this form. Just click Add Patient. After successfully submitting, so this is the table of the patient record. The buttons: admission, prenatal, family planning, and child. So the view button shows the details of the patient. Prenatal page, so this is the patient name, menarche, AMT, LMP or last menstrual period, age of gestation, parity, living, CT giving date, history of bleeding, subsequent menses, PMP, BBC gravida, abortion, past medical history, family history, others specify, health member, category, chief complaint, and referred by. And submit. After successfully submitting the prenatal, it shows the prenatal table of the patient. So to add pregnancy history, it shows that there are complications of the patient during the previous pregnancy. In order to view the prenatal visit, just click the drop-down button and click Add Visit. So we need to fill out this form, the AOG, the blood pressure, fundus, presentation, position, exedema, weight, height, temperature, respiratory rate, pulse rate, abnormal symptoms, the next schedule. Submit prenatal visit. After successfully submitting prenatal visit, it shows the visit of the patient. So this is the laboratory results, so we need to upload an image. After successfully uploading, you need to fill out the lab test date, and what type of laboratory, and submit. After successfully submitting the lab result, it shows in the lab result table. The next one is the admission table. Shows and add physical history button of the patient, so we need to fill out this form. Family planning, the patient, schedule, number of child, method use, expiration date, and the provider. The next one is the child, so we need to fill out this form. This is the table of the child record. If you want to add an immunize, just click this add button, then add child immunization, the child name, 3 grams immunization type, and submit. Lastly, the report, the delivery record report. We need to filter the month and the year. Export all. So this is the report of the delivery record for the month of March. So we need to filter the month and the year. And export all. So this is the report of the list of the newborn baby for the month of March. The next one is the child immunization. So we need to filter month and the year and export all. So this is the baby immunization monthly report. The last one is the family planning. So we need to filter the method used. For example, IUD, filter the month and the year, export all, so there is no data shown. In order to display the family planning record, we need to leave it blank for the method use and filter the months and the years. So this is the family planning report for the month of June. So that's all. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to the JLR Birthing Clinic mobile application. First, we need to log in. So your default username is the combination of your first name and your default password is the combination of your first name plus 123. Then click login. So the reminder will pop up that you have a upcoming schedule. Then click OK. In dashboard, this will show how many weeks the baby inside the mother's womb. So this is the content of the menu. Let's start with the prenatal schedule. So prenatal schedule will show the upcoming schedule for prenatal. So
we have the preview schedule. So the next is the immunization. So you can see we'll show the baby immunization schedule for the entire year. So the next preview schedule. So the next is tutorial. As you can see, we have bottle feeding and breastfeeding. So bottle feeding, we have 3 videos in bottle feeding tutorial, and next is breastfeeding. So we have previous video. So the next is pregnancy stages. This will show the first to 41st weeks images of the baby and more information about the development of the baby inside the mother's womb. Just click the read more button to see the information. So we have 2nd week, 3rd week, 4th week, 5th week, 6th, 7th week, 8th, 11th week, 12th week, 13th week, 14th week, and the last one is 41 week. So the last is the setting. The patient can change her default password according to what she prefers. So password, you need to enter your password, and new password. Confirm your new password and submit. So password updated successfully.